first reaction when I noticed his tweet was, "What the fuck is happening again?" It's kind of hard to read from the outside because it seems like a bit nonchalant, that is a bit cold, mysterious.
Some people might say something that might not be true about me, and I don't really care about it.
You don't think it's like being media savvy is not like a way to further your career more? Like get on better teams, get better players, stuff like that?
It does, but I don't want to do that stuff.
So you're only interested in playing the game and that's pretty much it?
Yes.
It can be, you know, like him trying to rage bait everyone because he's a massive troll.
Often Naak can come off as this like old soul kind of person, but at the end of the day he's just a 21-year-old guy who doesn't always make the best decisions. We went to sea on a boat and we had a really hard talk. When you're in a position where you have thousands of people watching you and paying attention to you and listening to you, what you say impact many things. So it was really important for me to highlight to him that not only did he hurt people that he doesn't necessarily care about and therefore doesn't care about hurting them, but that it was also super hurtful to me. And when he could see that some people were hurt by it, I think that clicked something in him.
I put 3 fingers up for 3 dots.
I thought it was not the best, but I think the aftermath of it taught him a really valuable lesson.
He's a nice kid with a good sense of humor. It's not disrespectful, it's just like he doesn't care and he still believes that he's probably the best in the world. And this is something that, for example, Zen and Zayus have also, you know, like first time that I interviewed Zen in Rocket League, he was 15 years old and he told me straight in the face, I'm the best player in the world. When from the really beginning you just are convinced that this is what you are, I think the external world doesn't exist because it cannot reach you. And I think this is also something that I like with Naak, the fact that he's distant from social media, despite sometimes tweeting random shit. And I think he's probably one of the most mechanical players that we ever had.
He's gonna press E, fake go in, bait it, stand still, and then he flashes over. Oh, bro. Ridiculous.
He will just do whatever it takes to be the best, right? And for every split that looks different. For the most part, he plays the most solo queue out of anyone, he plays the most 1v1s out of anyone, he is the first one to pick up new champions. And while the solo queue numbers changed, the other things didn't. And one of the things that I really like about Naak is that if I give him a losing matchup, he will go even. If I give him an even matchup, he will win. And if I give him a winning matchup, he will really win. And that has been the case ever since I got to work with him in summer 23. So I try to facilitate him in a way that allows him to keep performing like that.
I mean, the coaches you should almost always respect and play their game. Because if you don't, you are losing almost every time. He doesn't teach me micro because I know better than him. And he knows that, and he respects that. And I listen to his macro because I want to learn his way of league. And I'm trying to adapt my game style according to it.
He uses information better than any player I met. Any player, like whether that is items, flashes, minimap, F keys, he just uses all of the information and he processes it so fast. Like even as a coach, like I can watch a sequence 3 times where maybe it takes him 1 or 2 times. And he can do that while playing. And I think that just gives him such an edge.
I think Naak is really special in a lot of areas, but probably what defines him the most is like he's not scared and he will never be.
I think what makes Naak the most special is the way he clicks, like the way he controls his movement. and skill shot usage. He's very patient and he just clicks different than other players. The way he dodges, it's very hard to hit him. It's definitely enough to have this for being top of the LEC because, I mean, if you're mechanically so much better than the others, then you just beat them even if they're smarter kind of in most matchups 1v1. And it's not like Naak is stupid about the game, I think he's quite smart as well, so he's well-rounded player. I would say he's probably top 10 in the world.
How much people hype me up. It doesn't impact me, it's only their opinion. And I have my own opinion about myself, which is what I kind of care about. And what keeps me motivated is to win an international. Ideally, I will want to win worlds. The man can dream. My expectations are a bit too high.
But then if they're a bit too high, why don't you lower them?
Then it gets boring. The game is more fun when I take risks. I am somewhat close with my parents and my brothers, I will say. I mean, we don't talk that much, but we are just close. I mean, my father is watching almost every game, so he's pretty supportive, which is kind of cool. They are trying to learn the game and understand what's happening, which is taking some time.
Şu.
Evet.
Nasıl ya?
İşte bak benim de var şu.
6 ay büyüklüğüme sayıyorum. 6 gün büyüklüğüme.
Değil mi? Esfiş.
He choose esports.
Yeah.
Likes esports.
Whenever he wants, he can
Yeah.
do it. We always support him, so yeah.
Of course, we want him to be successful.
Yeah,
Yes.
because he's my brother. I have to like support all the time when the times are like difficult, good, every time.
I'm definitely the closest to Naak on the team. He lives with me and my wife, which is lovely. Basically, we knew that we were going to have one spare bedroom, and we wanted a person who could be left to his own devices, and Naak was just a perfect fit. I'm a big fan of him as a person. Like, he is very competitive, but also just so chill to be around. Very easy. A lot of the time I can get drained from social interactions with people. But around Naak, I don't necessarily like charge around him, but I don't go into minus, and that's a big plus for me. He also plays volleyball with me and like does a lot of sports activities.
With Naak, I'm the closest after Linsas. We just have a lot in common, same sense of humor, so it's quite easy to connect. He doesn't speak much, and I'm quite talkative and social, so we are like opposites. But the truth is that we match really well.
I would say Linus or Carzzy are the closest. I mean, we just do stuff together. We go kayaking, we drink beer in the off days, spend some time together. I like DJ. I like spending time with him. He's a good teammate. He talks a bit too much in game. It is what it is.
I for sure wanted to stay mainly because of Naak. I don't know if I motivate him, but it motivates me to play good because I want to see like someone like him win, you know. Naak is for sure capable of being on the best roster of EU because he just has the skill and talent. He's still young, so he has still a lot of space to improve.
As a player, I think he is still developing in a really good way, and I think his ceiling is still really, really high, which is also super positive. This guy is too good to stay in Europe.
Some people would say you're cocky, too young, and not good enough to speak the way that you do. What do you think about that?
They might be right. I don't really care about people's opinion.
I think he's really far away from those kind of consideration. This is also a kind of defensive side, to be distant. And I think it's also a way for him to stay focused on what he wants to achieve. He doesn't overthink, and he just focuses on his own principles and his purpose. And his purpose is probably to be the best in his position first, and then to be a proven winner, but in this order.
I will not change the way I behave and the cockiness. I mean, it kind of depends on your personality. If you wanna see the results, then talk about it. It's kind of whatever. If you talk from the start, then it gets interesting.